Saying goodbye is always sorrowful. Those who have passed away never get the chance to bid farewell. Those who are still alive can only ask so many questions, but the reality is, there are no answers for those things. The truth is always painful. So, do you still want to know the truth? Back in 1926, in the city of Gyeongsong, there was a series of mysterious deaths among guests staying in a hotel, 3 deaths occurring in just 1 week. The bodies of each victim appeared terrified, as if they had seen something they shouldn't have. What's even stranger is that all incidents happened in room 201, and all victims died from drowning, yet their bodies were not found in the water. All 3 of them died under similarly bizarre circumstances in the same room. Due to this, Detective Han Nam-soo is determined to uncover the truth behind this dark and enigmatic case. After inspecting room 201 at midnight while washing his hands, the water suddenly turned into blood. Han Nam-soo immediately knew he had to investigate this abnormality. He quickly prepared his equipment and weapons and hurried out of the room. As he reached the hallway, he saw the shadow of a woman in a red dress passing by him. He sensed that the woman was about to escape outside, so he rushed after her and discovered an old well. Opening its lid, he found an evil spirit screaming. He swiftly threw a magic letter to seal the spirit and banished it successfully. After that, everything returned to normal. "And cut," shouted the director, pleased with the outstanding shot along with the delighted crew. The world is full of lies, right? Those who tell the truth will get hurt. Nevertheless, do you still want to know it? After wrapping up the shoot, everyone called it a day and went to rest before returning early in the morning. The production team found Han Yura, a rising star actress, sitting at the bar, but she was already dead. Young Hwan, Isu's friend and the CEO of the production company, had stayed overnight on set. He woke up to loud noises from the crew and was shocked to find himself covered in blood. Dr. Sor then met Isu to offer him a hypnosis treatment and unlock the dream Isu often had about a large white hall with a painting of a woman lying drowned in the water. In fact, she was the one who created this dream for him. To protect him, she changed the memory into an image. Now she could release him from that fake dream, and he would know how his mother died. In Isu's hypnosis, he went down the stairs to the first floor and saw the body of his mother lying dead in the bathtub. And suddenly all those memories flashed back into his mind. After Dr. Sor restored Isu's memory, he remembered the events of the night his mother died. He stormed into the meeting room to confront his father, who had been lying to him all these years. Myung-chul admitted that he had deceived Isu all along to protect him. That night, he went home and found Isu lying unconscious next to the bathtub, while his mother was found drowned in it. He was too late, everything was already out of control. Secretary Choi quickly escorted him out before the police and reporters arrived. After that, Isu refused to eat or speak, refused to communicate, even psychiatric therapy didn't work. He had no other choice but to erase those traumatic memories. After that, Isu began to speak again. He asked about his mother, but to protect Isu, he lied and said she had been hit by a car and had passed away. When Isu started working as a police officer and returned to his old home, his father was afraid. However, Secretary Choi suggested that it might be time for Isu to learn and accept the truth. But his father thought Isu was still immature and always handled things rashly. Isu said it was his father who ruined both his and his mother's lives. Even though his father claimed to love his mother, he abandoned her because he was afraid of losing his position. His mother had to struggle to raise him alone, as his father only loved himself more than her. Issa didn't want to enter the house because it triggered traumatic memories. He could only blame himself for being foolish and hopeless. Kang Hyun knew from the report that Issa's mother had depression and took too many sleeping pills. It was not his fault his mother had to struggle to raise him alone. For someone who's still alive, they want answers, but the truth doesn't always provide them. There is only the pain that remains. Kang Hyun met with Lee Ki-suk to propose a deal. She asked him to stop digging into Issa's past in exchange for exclusive news on the investigation. The deputy director was informed of the murder case of the actress and ordered Team 1 to investigate urgently. Most production crews left the scene around 10 p.m. Only Han Yura and the CEO were still there. The scene that Han Yura filmed last night was in a white dress, but why was her body found in a red dress? The bloodstains showed that she was killed in the makeup room. She was stabbed several times by Young Hwan before she died. After that, her body was moved to the bar. The team found bloodstained scissors in Young Hwan's CEO's office. Woo Sang-tae, Han Yura's manager, went home at 10 p.m. with others. At that time, Yura said she was waiting for someone to pick her up, so they left her there. Secretary Choi revealed to Isu, who lost motivation, that Isu's mother, Kim Seon-young, used to be his subordinate. She was warm and wise. When she resigned, she intended to be a full-time mom to raise Isu well because he was her dream and future. The name Isu means good hand, indicating that he would give a good hand in helping other people. Isu adjusted his mood and came to help investigate at the station. He didn't suspect Young Hwan because although he has been addicted to drugs, he was not evil enough to kill anyone. Kang Hyun believed that there was something else hidden. Even though everything pointed to Young Hwan, he lacked the motive to kill. It takes intense anger to accidentally murder someone, but she didn't see it. When she asked the production team on set, no one was willing to speak up because they were just employees and were afraid of being fired if they spoke out. Therefore, she had to find the bigger person than the CEO to motivate them to speak. Issa found out that Young Hwan was just a puppet and found the real CEO. In fact, Issa knew him well. When they arrived in the room, it turned out that the CEO was Isu himself. He just made fun of Kang Hyun. He owned the company and let Young Hwan run it. One by one he called the employees in, offering compensation for mental damage plus special incentives of 100 million won for anyone who provided crucial information about the incident. The employees then started to speak out more. Everyone said that Han Yura and Ha Nam-soo had a fight. Initially, it seemed like they were being a couple, but she was accused by Nam-soo's fans harshly, and he didn't help her at all. After that, she hated him so much. Someone saw her get out of his car and said, "I'll reveal everything." Kang Hyun and Isu went to find Ha Nam-soo. He explained that they weren't in a relationship as the news suggested, but were just interested. After finishing the film shoot that night, he immediately went home. His new girlfriend confirmed his whereabouts. As for the matter of Yura saying she would reveal everything, he had no idea. Dr. Yoon said that Han Yura died around 11 p.m., but they found white thread in her wound, indicating that she was wearing a white outfit when she was killed. Another important point is that DNA from someone else was found under Han Yura's nails, which Dr. Yoon confirmed was not Kim Young Hwan's. Jun Young hurriedly told Kang Hyun, who then quickly checked Ha Nam-soo, but found no scratches or bruises. At least now, the team ruled out Kim Young Hwan and Ha Nam-soo as suspects. Kyung Jin was examining the behind-the-scenes video footage when Isu noticed something in the mirror. They rewound and zoomed in, revealing Baek Sang-hee, a senior actress, slapping Han Yura. The makeup artist quickly closed the door afterward. The makeup artist of Baek Sang-hee revealed that Baek Sang-hee was not usually friendly with others. That night, after finishing filming, she suddenly slapped Han Yura. There were rumors that she bullied other actresses, leading to accidents. Jun-young took Baek Sang-hee's hair for DNA testing, and it matched the DNA found under Han Yura's nails. Baek Sang-hee was a famous actress with many awards. She had to maintain her image at all times. Isu understood her character well and respected her. She admitted to slapping Han Yura that night. Yura asked to hit her for practice so she wouldn't be intimidated by Sang-hee during next week's actual filming. Initially, Baek Sang-hee thought Yura came to ask to go easy on her. Sang-hee admired Yura's determination attitude a lot. As for the DNA issue, she had a rash on her neck, so Yura brought ointment to apply for her. After checking, the ointment was also found during the examination. Sang-hee also mentioned that Yura had a stalker who sneaked into her house. She advised Yura to catch him herself because if she reported it to the police, the news might spin it as her having a relationship with the stalker. She also had a close friend with whom she co-starred in the movies. Her friend had an affair with a married man, and an accident happened during their date. Sang-hee helped her friend cover it up as a secret. But it turned out that the incident was blamed on Sang-hee herself, and no one offered her a role for a while. This highlighted the importance of an actress's image. No one cared about the truth. Kyung Jin received the forensic results. Before Han Yura died, she opened 2 video clips. But they were saved on cloud. They couldn't access them and had to coordinate with the cloud service. The team went to Han Yura's apartment to investigate the stalker incident. Her manager, Woo Sang-tae, was there. He revealed that Ha Nam-soo might be the stalker. He was the one who recommended Yura for the lead role in the film, but he wanted to date her. She politely refused at first, but he tried to upload photos to make it seem like they were real couples. Ha Nam-soo's fans then attacked Yura heavily. Furthermore, when he was drunk, he would often send threatening messages to her. The problem was that Ha Nam-soo had an alibi. He was with his new girlfriend at home. The cloud service contacted them back, saying that the files Yura opened had been deleted. They could only provide the file name, which seemed to indicate the date and time. But at 7:15 p.m. she was still filming. Issa thought the file name might be from a movement tracking's camera. He realized that Yura might have set up a camera to catch the stalker. They checked the CCTV at the building's entrance at 7 p.m. and found her manager, Woo Sang-tae. Kang Hyun checked various timeframes and found that her manager frequently visited Yura's room, which was unusual. The managers were supposed to be with the actors all the time, so Isu suspected that he must have secretly visited her room. Moreover, if he was the real killer, it meant he knew about the camera and came back at 11 p.m., probably to steal the SD card and destroy evidence. Jun-young confirmed that the SD card in the camera at Yura's home was missing. He then followed Woo Sang-tae and found out he visited the shaman and asked about the after-death ceremony for Yura. Isu went to Woo Sang-tae's place, but since they couldn't break in, he went to the building owner's office and pretended to express interest in buying the building. He would decide based on intuition alone. As he walked past the building, he thought of number 301. So he asked to see room 301. If it's good, he would transfer 12 billion won to buy the building. Finally, the building owner agreed to open the door. Upon seeing the room, Isu confirmed that Wu Sangtae was a freaking pervert. He even had a fake marriage registration with Han Yura. Kang Hyun found the SD card in the room, and after examining it, it was clear that he secretly entered Yura's room to engage in perverted behavior. However, with only this evidence, they could only catch him as a stalker, not for murder. The only way was to make him confess. Isu proposed to continue filming, but before starting, he arranged a ceremony to release Yura's spirit to peace. As the ceremony began, the shaman asked Yura if the killer was present. "So come forward and resolve your deep sorrow." Yura then appeared where her body was found. She asked Wu Sangtae why he killed her. He said he loved her so much, but how could she reject him? She said she would marry at the age of 35, but why didn't she marry him? He couldn't forgive her for betraying him, so he killed her. After capturing Wu Sangtae, Isu asked Kyung Jin how he extinguished the candles all at the same time, but he replied that he didn't do it. Both were shocked and quickly left the room. The shaman told Isu that his mother was now free from suffering, just let her go. If he kept calling her, she wouldn't be at peace. This question he had, one day he would find the answer. The case was closed, but Kang Hyun still wondered why Young Hwan slept at the film set. Isu knew the answer well, so he went to the station to release him. However, Isu then took him to the drug enforcement unit. Young Hwan had caused many problems due to drug use. He had to compensate for his mistakes and undergo rehabilitation. He told Isu that he stuck to him because he was rich, but Isu already knew and didn't care. Now, he is with someone who doesn't need a reason to stay with him. Isu returned home once again, this time remembering only the good memories of being warm and happy with his mother.